What the fuck?
It's like croutons in a soup.
Don't turn down any opportunity, whether it's a camp, a clinic, because you never know literally who's watching.
Make your own decision and stick with them and know they're the right decisions, right? And even if they aren't right, don't regret them.
He didn't know creatine existed.
So you got some creatine? He's like, oh, yeah. Lift heavyweight.
Shipped across the border. I shipped across the border.
Shipped across the border, man.
Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border. My name is Max, and I'm here with Chris, and today we got on the first freshman of this year. I'm trying to think if we've had other freshmen on that were not us in a while, because we had Sean on last year.
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah. Anyways, shout out Sean. Anyways, we got on Jaden Bogart, JB,
What's
Johnny
up, y'all?
Bad Boy. If you know, you know. And yeah, Jaden's a dog, bro. He's dunking on people. Fucking.
I have yet to see a body, but it's been close.
Hey.
It's been super close.
You missed a couple in pickup probably before you were watching. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden's a dog, and he's super in-depth guy, super extravagant lifestyle that he was just telling us about before, and we're gonna get to know him a little bit more and introduce you guys. So,
Okay.
Jaden, bro, what's going on? How you doing today?
Not much, man. Just want to say thank you for having me on the show. My first ever podcast, so I'm gonna get into
Yeah.
it.
I think we've been a lot of people's first ever podcast.
Probably.
I mean, it's not really conventional of like going on podcasts and stuff.
All right.
Me and Max have been talking, and after I think this is our 105th episode of
Yeah.
doing this. You kind of find the patterns, the same questions and stuff, and we're trying to get outside of that. So I'm going to spend the first 5 minutes asking you where
Random.
you're from,
Oh.
who there's the
not
basic
random
breakdown so they know who you are, and then
Right.
we're just going to try and get the off the path and
Boom.
just talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
So where are you from? How old are you?
All right, so boom. I'm from Aubrey, Texas. It's a small town over there in North Texas. The Dallas area. Not much out there. Just cows, horses,
That's like
whole
That's
whole
right up my alley.
you name it. You got the same food stuff, but there wasn't much to do besides play the game, play basketball. Just kind of be focused on the things that I had to be focused on. Small high school, it was like a 4A.
How many people go to a small high school in Texas? That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm curious about.
I had 280 in my graduation class.
Okay, that's double what I had. So
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big ass school.
And that's still
That
small.
might be bigger than this school.
How many people went to your whole school? And was it ninth grade to 12th?
Yeah, just about probably
About 1,000.
1,500.
Yeah, that's a big ass school.
Bro, but
Anywhere else.
it was small compared to the ones around it, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this yesterday of how big the biggest school in the country probably is, and it definitely
High
has
school?
to be in Texas. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It's pretty sure it's Allen High School. They got a full-blown stadium. I played basketball tournaments there. Their high school looks like a college campus.
Yeah.
How
I don't
many,
doubt
The thing is huge.
How many kids do you think they have?
Probably 4 or 5. They're the 6A, yeah.
Is that private or public?
Public.
Holy
Public 6A Division 1. So they do Division 1 and Division 2 because there's so many damn high schools.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. There's so many. So
Are they nice? Is their varsity team nice if they have that many kids to choose from?
yeah, they've been nice every year. They're mainly known for football.
Damn, they probably got a B team and shit too. That's crazy. That's crazy. So how'd you start hooping?
So it was my 4th grade year. So I started playing football. My 2nd grade was the running back. But around 4th grade, I think I picked up basketball for the first time. And then from there, I was just yeah, I like this better. Football was hella physical. But that was the thing to do in Texas. If you didn't play football, you're a wussy. So it was damn, I kind of got to play.
Were you good at both of them?
Yeah. I think I was better at football growing up just because, that's what I had watched. I'd always played the NCAAs, and then that just kind of translated to the field. But just playing basketball, I don't know. It was just better. I enjoyed it better. Yeah.
Talk a little bit briefly about kind of your high school career and then how you kind of got over to Elms.
So my dad kind of, preparing me into middle school and high school, he was trying to tell me about the politics. And that's something that I didn't take into account. So my freshman and sophomore year, I was kind of lollygagging. I wasn't on it the way I was supposed to be on it. So freshman, sophomore year, I was on the JVs. I was just there. I was just in the middle. Then my junior year, I finally started to break out and understand, okay, I got to put my time and my effort into things that are useful rather than things that are fun. And, that's just I kind of got it my junior year and just locked in. Finally saw the varsity side of the sports. I did football, basketball, track year round, so I was always involved.
Shout out, dope.
And then
What did you run in track? Side quest.
300-meter hurdles, did the high jump, triple jump. But I was just mainly a jumper. You couldn't catch me running, bro. Those track workouts.
I ran track. My senior year, my school, like, I guess, restarted up the track program.
Yeah.
And I was a completely different, like, body shape. I was like 165. Super light.
Yeah.
And I ran 100 meter, 200 meter, and 400 meter.
You win?
400, man.
I won a couple.
Really?
That at the time, because it was the first year. You know how Lucci's the all-time leading goal scorer?
Yeah.
I was the all-time leading in 100. 200. But I'm still up there on the board. I ran a pretty fast 100 meter. I ran like a 11.8 or 11.7 or something like that, which is like breaking 12s. Like, you gotta be pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think my best race was the 200 meter. I ran like a 20.
Yeah, that's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a 200
low
meter
23
sprinter.
or high 22, 20. Yeah. Maybe it
That's
was
good.
high 23, 200 meter. Because I felt like I would never was never the most explosive right off the blocks, but like I could pick up speed and carry it fast.
Yeah.
Then I am now 1.987.
I kind of wish Elms had a track team.
Yeah.
We have a run. There's a running.
There's a
thing.
cross country team.
Yeah, there's a cross
Yeah,
country
you
team.
catch me doing that.
It's actually not as far as I thought it is. Cross country is only like 3 miles.
And I work in that little thing too.
Yeah, you did that thing?
Yeah.
Back to hoops. So how'd junior year and senior year on varsity go? Were you killing? Were you All-American? How'd you end up at Elms?
Junior year, I didn't do much. I just got in there in the trash time, or I would go in whenever we were up. It was really my senior year I had my breakout because we had this 6'8" kid. His name was Elijah. He ended up going off to a prep school because he didn't like Aubrey. He didn't like the coach. So that was when I kind of stepped into his place, filled his shoes. I had always known that I had something. I just had to show it. So my senior year, that's when I finally was able to show it. I developed my bounce, so I was able to play.
Catching bodies and shit. I've seen those videos on Instagram. So I mean, I've seen it in real life too, but
Once I had caught that first body, bro, we were playing Panther Creek. It was at home. We were down. Dude had blocked me. Literally, the play before it happened, he blocked me. He said, I was like, damn, you're going to call me out my name.
It's gonna get bleeped in the edit.
I was like, cool. I was like, all right. They came down, made a 3 right after that, too. And then I got the ball at the outlet, dunked on them. And then from there, my senior year kind of just turned around. I felt confident. And I was sending out my film and stuff. So, things just fell in place. Coach Pish he hit me up at the beginning of my season. Like, he was one of those dudes that was just sitting in my inbox. And whenever I first read the email, I was like, damn, Massachusetts, ain't no way. But, like, it ended up working out. Like, it was one of the first schools literally in my inbox.
what other schools you talked to?
Most of them were from Texas. My top interest was University of Dallas. It was another Catholic D3 school.
We actually had a kid who we were recruiting who ended up going there.
Yeah.
A freshman, yeah, actually, that's funny enough.
Yep. It was there. UMHB, that's University of Mary Hardin Baylor. Arlington Baptist, that was another one.
UMHB is pretty good too, no?
Yeah, I think that's the purple
and-
yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're a pretty good school. I think they're like perennial tournament team.
Oh.
Okay, what other schools? All D3s or? I know there's not a ton of D3s in Texas, but there's a lot of like JUCOs, D2s, and D1s.
Yeah, it was like D1 JUCOs. NJCAA was like a...
Yeah, JUCOs, yeah.
Uh-huh. But yeah, it was just mostly D3s. All the D2s and like big D1s that I sent emails to, they were like, we go transfer portal, top high school kids. So I was just kind of out of luck there.
So what about Elms?
I
Kind
was
of.
gonna say why here?
Because I'm not gonna lie, like shout out Elms, but like Mary Hardin Baylor, and I don't know anything about U Dallas, but I'm sure as hell a bigger school than Elms is. So what about Elms kind of stood out to you and
So
drew your attention?
It was for sure easy because Coach Pish, he had stayed down with me. He was the only one answering my emails. Like, he showed true interest in me.
For sure.
Everybody else, I could tell they're just going through the recruiting process. Coach Pish was genuinely getting to know me. We were having multiple phone calls. And it was just knowing, like, damn, in the back of my head, like, this school really wants me. And that was the thing for me. I wanted to go where I was wanted, where I could get in, fit in, like I feel like I'm gonna play coming in. So like, coach did a good thing like getting me here. Like he really recruited the hell out of me.
Sure. And how do you think what your experience has been at Elms lived up to kind of what he was talking about and what you're expecting?
Like I'm really happy to be here. Like the biggest thing for me is the time management. I'm enjoying having to go to class, get back to the dorm, handle my stuff, and then play the game in the evening. Like it just feels good to finally be able to maturely handle my time.
Yeah, independence and stuff. You find a sense of independence.
Not having my mom down my back all the time.
Yeah. Shout out moms though.
Hey, shout out.
No, I think college is a really big place to like. It's like a sink or swim moment. Like a lot of people come to college and they sink and like they can't handle their or manage their own time. They can't handle their schedule. They get kind of lost up in the wrong crowd doing the wrong things. I think playing a sport helps you because just innately there's discipline and like time management stuff.
Like you can't really fall off the back without getting reinforcement.
But I think here, like Coach Pish is doing a really good job. And I mean, the guys who we have back on the team this year are all guys who all have their shit together, who are all going to do big things outside of basketball. Yeah. And so just having a culture of guys who are all bought in and just know how to maneuver within the system in terms of balancing school, balancing all the commitments is a good spot for new guys to come in and learn from.
Yep.
I want to go back to that junior year where you said like staying away from the fun stuff.
Right.
Do you think that moment where like you had to lock in and do that stuff helped you to come prepared into the college scene?
Definitely. Yeah. Because like it was like a group of friends. Like, I didn't have a solid group of friends. I was just like going where the fun was. So like literally like wherever I could go find what I wanted to do that would like it wouldn't be beneficial towards basketball, but I would be there just because it was fun. And once I had kind of flipped that switch, I found my three close friends. We were locked in. We had the same goals, and that set me apart from the rest of my class. And I would say my generation.
Hell yeah.
One thing I noticed is that this generation has a really, really small attention span. That's just from being on our phones and stuff. And I just wanted to be more mature. I just wanted to stand out. I just got tired of being in the pack. I wanted to stand out. And so getting here, I feel like that has definitely translated. Just the self-discipline that I had to turn on my junior year, from going from just sitting on my butt all day playing the game to handling my business before playing the game, that has definitely translated into college.
For sure.
I will say I've met some people and you can kind of tell. I don't know how much this will be able to leave in, but like I spent a very, very large portion of my high school career like partying my ass off.
Yeah.
Like I hosted like some like 2,000 people in my backyard. Like I made $12,000 in one night. Like we did crazy things.
Right.
But like the leash was so long with my parents that like as long as I wasn't like injuring myself or like blowing things up, they didn't really care.
Right.
And I can tell like the kids who came here and you talk to them and you see like how they just want to go balls to the walls in their first year. It's like they didn't get out of their system yet.
Yeah.
And it's just funny to watch that. And I think that's like sort of led into my, like if I ever have kids or when I have kids, like that's going to be my parenting style. Because like they need to get it out or it's just going to fuck.
It's a long leash?
Like a pretty long leash, yeah.
Dude, Chris grew up as like a stray cat. Like, those people who have like...
why do we keep going back?
People who have cats that just like, they're outside cats. Like they wander around, they come home to eat sometimes and, they come out and just check in. That's Chris.
Yeah. Oh,
that's a long leash.
But yeah, really? You think that... You don't think it should be shortened a little bit?
No, it's definitely be shorter than what I had. But like, you can't just hover because I've seen what happens when you hover. Because it's just they're just going to rebel, and then you end up with these kids that just want to fuck you and go do their own thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you can't do that.
Speaking of games, though, you were telling us before about how you are into building PCs doing your own all that type of stuff. And listen, bro, I'm sure gaming's cool as hell when you actually physically made the console. So talk a little bit about that process and kind of your interest in that.
So about a few years ago, I had this old computer. My uncle's, he's really into technology and all the things. So him and his friends, like they'll do all the PC builds. And if he has old parts, he'll throw it into a computer. And that's what I ended up getting. So I got the recycled part PC. And I kind of used that from like middle school to sophomore year. But then it started acting up. So right before I left for college, I was like, yo, instead of taking my PlayStation, like taking a whole TV, I was like, let's build a computer. I can do my schoolwork off of it. I can play games off of it. So we took apart the old computer. We had a whole bunch of, we went into PC Part Picker. And that's kind of a website that you can just put your parts in, and then it'll just automate it for you, give you better pieces for better prices.
Better specs.
Yep. So I took my old pieces, put it in there. They gave us new pieces. We went to... What was it? Micro Center. I'm pretty sure it was like a Micro Center in Dallas. It's big old computer store, all the RAMs, all the graphic cards. Went in there,
crazy.
spent about $700,
Damn.
and I was like, dang. But hey, it was all out, my uncle did it all out of love for me. He really hooked me up with the computer for sure.
That's dope. That's sick. That's a sick project to like go going into a freshman year of
Yeah.
college.
So like, what is your build of like your PC specifically for? Because I know like I have a buddy who went and bought a PC and he wanted to use this for editing videos, but like that's different because you have to like max out the CPU versus the GPU and like different RAMs and stuff. So what is yours built for specifically?
I'm pretty sure mine's built for gaming. We got like the 1080, what is it, like GeForce, 140 hertz. So I'm pretty sure mine's like meant to run Rocket League because that was the thing me and my uncle had in common. He had showed me Rocket League when I was young. So I was like, yeah, I want Rocket League to run good. So I'm pretty sure it's a gaming one.
Yeah. So if I hypothetically, he's trying to buy a new PC because the one he got like isn't really working super well for editing. If I was to like
Talking about Sam?
Yeah, he wants to edit videos on it, but he wants one that's like powerful enough to run like 4K editing and stuff. Could you build one for him?
Maybe. I can get with my uncle.
Yeah, what's like the process of like building? Like you just assemble the parts together, or like
So
how does stuff fit together?
based
Let
off
the pro answer.
based
Yeah,
off
I've done it
what-
before too, but like yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I know that.
So based off what he has, I would guess like put it into PC part picker, and then off of that we you go get it and put it
Is
together.
it just like a puzzle? It's just like
Well, it's like so if you have a certain base, you can
Yeah.
only fit certain things into that
it's like
base.
a Lego set.
Kind of, yeah. So it's like only certain RAMs and certain GPUs and
I
certain
don't even know what a
CPUs.
RAM is.
That's
I know
gonna.
what
We
GPU
could go.
is.
I don't even know if I'm intelligent enough to
Right,
sort of go
me
down the
neither.
thing. It's basically like there's a certain amount of storage on your computer that you can usually just like dump empty files and like it just holds stuff, and then the RAM is like external processing power, like NOS in a car. So like it only gets turned on when it's necessary. So if he's gaming,
And that's a physical thing.
it's a literal piece of like excess of power that you can use. So like when he's gaming, it would have to use that extra power to make sure that the frame rate stays decent enough so he can play the game. But when he's just like surfing the web, it wouldn't use the RAM.
Yeah.
So it's like giving you extra power so you can do certain things on the computer. And like then you have like
But
this
it is like a Lego set. So you build
a
it
really,
like that.
really, really expensive Lego set.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's really intricate too. Like the motherboard has so many different prongs and pieces on it. Like whenever I was sliding it in, got to make sure you don't bend something. Like one thing gets bent.
That's what I'm.
the
Yeah. So
whole
if you
thing
don't
is
connect
cooked.
something properly, the whole thing won't turn.
Yes.
turn
That
on.
and like certain pieces synchronize well. So it's like this GPU and this CPU and this motherboard all work well for this specific purpose. So you can start
And
building
if you, and so like once that moment when you turn it on for the first time and it like lights up and you're like, we did it properly. Like that's really dope.
Bro, dude, I was so happy hearing the fan cut on. Like, yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
Other than that, you said you were getting into a little music action.
Yeah, my mom,
Little
she
instruments?
threw me into the sports, man. I mean, not the sports, the instruments. Started me off at the piano. I want to say it was like October of a
So like
few
if
years
there's
ago.
a piano in like O'Leary.
Yeah.
You can cook on the piano.
Boom, I can go in there, play Adele for you, gang. Like,
That-
go bust
I-
out some hometown glory.
I wish if I could pick one of like playing an instrument, singing,
Yeah.
or dancing. I wish I had any.
those are the only three.
If I could pick to add a skill,
Mhm.
I would heavily consider one of those three skills because like
Singing,
I think it's
yeah.
sick.
I wish I could sing. Singing would be so fun.
And singing's one of those things that
You
you,
can
have
sing.
to
You be
practice.
singing when you're playing Adele.
I used to back before the voice dropped a little bit. Before the nuts dropped, yeah. I was doing like the singing exercises. I would do the piano sing combo, little Bruno Mars.
You've seen like the thing on TikTok where it's like drop your la la la. You seen that?
Yeah, I have.
And then right into the Westbrook edits.
My favorite song to do is "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John. I had to sing that and play the piano. It's just one of them upbeat ones. I had fun doing that.
That's dope. What other instruments you play?
I used to play the drums. That was really my main thing.
That's
Even
dope.
though I started with piano, I enjoyed the drums more. And the
I
drums,
could see you as a drummer.
yeah, and the drums led into what is it? Producing, like the beat producing. I got the little pad thing that you press, the keys with it. So I really got into percussion, producing, a little bit of freestyling.
Damn.
So
Who freestyled on the pod for us? Mish?
Yeah.
We did have a freestyle on the pod one time and it was low key heat.
Yeah.
You got some?
He's like an actual full time artist.
yeah.
You got some?
No.
I wouldn't
Not
put
right
him on
now?
the spot like that. How much time do you spend outside of basketball working on musical instruments and singing and producing?
Back at home, I low key did it a lot. I had a drum set in the house, even though it was my little brother's and it's like tiny as crap. Like I'll still get in there, do a little bit.
You got a little brother too, no?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah,
Turned 4 in September.
We'll get into that
Little brother, he's like what, 6'1"?
Imagine. Yeah, I hook up the MPK Mini to the computer, play on it a little bit. But yeah.
I want to know what that's like having like a really younger brother. Is it a full sibling?
Yeah, half sibling, because I do have a biological dad.
Okay.
Yep, but half brother feels like a full blood brother since I live with him. But dude, I don't want kids. Like I don't want kids anytime soon.
Maybe you just don't want boys. Maybe you're okay with that.
Like,
Well, I don't know if you can really control that.
crazy.
When by the time you're ready to have kids, you probably will be able to control that.
Yeah.
I want to have kids after I've traveled the world, had my fun, and I have myself ready for a kid.
That's like Chris. Maybe you and Chris can travel the world together.
He as a senior.
Except if you travel with Chris, you're like
backpacks.
you might not eat for
basement floors.
Yeah, you might not eat for 3 days. You might sleep on a log.
That's
Hey.
a good story.
And
That's a much better story than I went to Japan, I stayed in a hotel, and I ate some good sushi.
Right.
That's boring as hell.
I'm cool with that.
I know you're cool with that.
That's the dream, in my opinion. That's literally the
Or
dream.
go to the revolving sushi bar, just sit there for
that'd be
4
sick.
hours.
But like that
That's
story
hard.
ends in 30 seconds.
Literally.
Now I want to know because I was talking about this with my siblings because I have a younger brother that's 2 years younger than me, and I have a younger sister that's 4 years younger than me, or no, 6 years younger than me.
Okay.
And so we were talking to her because like all of her, it's pretty normal to have siblings like within 1, 2, maybe 3 years of you. Like,
Yeah.
that's like average. I feel like the average sibling, age gap is between like 1 and 3 years. And so like having a 6-year age gap with your siblings like a lot. Like she has a lot older brothers compared to her peers.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I mean, you have how much older are you? Like
14.
14 years?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like what's that?
It was really weird at first because growing up, I had always wanted like somebody else to hang out with, being that only child. But once he had popped out, I was like, oh, here we go. And around 3 and 4, that's when it got real crazy. It was just bouncing around the house. It's just like it's literally like a mini you because he always looks up to me.
He kind of looks like you.
He duplicates everything I do. Like, man, I was raging out in a basketball game. I was on the bench. He gets home and acts it out. He kicked over his little fluffy couch. Like, he literally wants to be me. So, him being 14 years younger than me, that opened up like, yo, you got to watch out what you're doing around him.
For sure.
The way you speak around him. It kind of just opened my eyes to he's a literal sponge. He soaks up everything. So,
do you have any like specific things that you guys do together?
Wrestle, play football. One of the biggest things was video games.
Yeah.
No, even though he's young, bro, he can work the mess out of a PS5.
Really?
That's how it be, bro.
He's 4. You think you would kill Chris in Fortnite?
No, but he can throw a fade ball on you in NCAA. Like, it is
Tell me
crazy.
that. Yeah, no, dude, they pick it up fast though. There's actually like pro Fortnite players who are 4 years old.
There's no way.
Swear to God,
Dude.
Swear to God.
4?
Swear to God.
4.
Swear to God. They'd be on the mic saying like, "You suck, you suck." They're 4 years old and they would
There's
kill
no
you.
way 4.
They
Maybe
would
like
kill
8.
you. No,
Bro, he
they're
knows
4.
the
They would
difference
kill
between
you.
my PS4 and my dad's PS5. He says, Bubba game too old. I want daddy game. Daddy game, no.
Cozy Baba?
Uh-huh.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's hilarious, dude. I mean, you have a pretty. How much older is your brother?
How much older is my brother than me?
Yeah.
My oldest brother? 3 years.
And your younger brother?
A year younger and 2 or 3 years younger.
Oh, so right in the ranges that
Yeah.
I thought you had an older brother older than that.
Nah, he's 25, I think.
Do you like having close siblings?
It's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah.
Chris was the kid that got absolutely ass whooped.
Really?
My brother was in Taekwondo. He has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He went to co-op college. He had 4 sanctioned MMA fights by the time he was in like late high school or early college.
Oh, wow.
And so like he would go, and he didn't live with us. He's my half brother, but like
Yeah.
he would come over occasionally and like he would just try the shit he learned in jiu-jitsu class. And so he needs a test dummy. And so like you can't really do anything. He's like just starts messing with your arm and like you pull it up. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. So like you had to learn how to fight pretty early.
Oh, Lord.
Chris,
But like now, like if someone tried to, I know enough.
Yeah, he knows how to
that like
pro.
if someone tried to, I could.
there
strangle
was like
them.
a
Yeah.
upperclassman when we were freshmen who was like extremely strong, like 6'1".
Who's this?
Tay,
Like Dante Wilcott?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and like East Bang, like just
Jeez.
just like a freak. And in my room, him and Chris were wrestling, and like Chris was like holding his own with this guy I mean, you weren't also like, into lifting as much as you are now, so you definitely weren't nearly as strong. And you were going toe to toe with this like much older, freak athlete.
Right. With that Taekwondo technique, man. Yeah.
It's fun. Nah, it's just because you need to know like balance and where to move your weight and stuff. And like now that I have like actual weight behind me, like I did this with my friends at home. Like we'd mess
When
around.
was the last time you fought? Like not like or like wrestled
actually
or something?
wrestled? I think I think the last time like I was actually in a fight. I think so. Willie, we were home. I have like this bigger friend. He's like really good at golf, but I'm just giving him context. But we were hanging out. We're hanging out at his house, and everyone was drinking, just having a good time.
Yeah.
And then Willie was like, "I bet you can't strangle me." And so I was like, "I'm gonna have you face the ground. I'm just gonna put my hand on your back. I bet you can't get up." And like he was struggling for a little bit, but then he just decided to like full spin and wheelhouse smacked me across the face. Like he slapped the shit out of me. And so then we like kind of got into a wrestling match. And
How long ago was this?
Probably 2 years ago.
And you fucked him up?
That was the last time. But before that, like I was saying, we were at a friend's house and like usually messing around wrestling and stuff. And like we did like full like who can last a minute in the round with Chris. And it was,
Lord.
No one last a minute?
Nobody lasted a minute. It was
you can fight.
As soon as I get your back, it's wraps. Like if you don't know if you know nothing, like absolutely nothing, it'd be like playing someone in once who's really good at basketball. Like you just find the openings and then it's over.
Dang.
Now you can fight.
I know Taekwondo, you got like different guards and stuff. My uncle tried getting me into it. I went over to his house, like whenever we built the PC, he was like, "Yo, I'm taking you to Taekwondo." I'm like, "No."
I'm actually thinking about getting into like some sort of martial art when I
low-key need to. Like I can defend myself, but I wish I could like actually box or actually
that's
because if you get in a situation like you're stuck.
I think after I'm done like basketball, like next year, as like
you're gonna have many side hobbies. You need to get into golf, then you need to get into fighting, then you need to get into Lego, then you need to get into Pokemon.
I want to get into boxing, low key.
Some sort of. I mean, yeah.
You would have a crazy reach.
Like that's why, yeah.
Oh, show.
And then my weight,
Like that to the.
them paws, baby. And then another thing is my weight. Even though I'm tall, like I'm only 185, 180, so I would be fighting like low weight dudes.
Be stringing them from over here,
bro. Like long reach.
Dude, my brother, when he had his sanctioned MMA fights, he only had 4, but he got knocked out in the last one. Like he got his bell rung, like everything went white, and he just like a flash knockout. And he said it's the last time ever fighting, but he fought a guy like your size. It's like this white. I think he's a Russian dude. He's like 6'5", 185, and like he said you couldn't do anything. It's like as soon as you tried to like bob inside, he was just so long. He would just punch you, and then you have to back up, and then like you have to find your way inside the guard. And it's just impossible unless you're like really, really, really good.
And them Russians, man, they got that.
So talk to me about hoops, bro. Get back on the hoops.
Okay.
Hoops train. What are you expecting for yourself and for the team from this year? Obviously, you don't know absolutely anything
about
college basketball.
Like I don't.
So I'm curious, kind of.
I'm trying to get really book smart with the philosophy that coach is going with this year.
Sure.
I feel like
chill. We're gonna have to fuck that.
oh shit.
We're definitely bleeping that out.
Well, before I move it,
Yeah, we'll cut that whole part out.
continue.
Not exposing our playbook to the
Right.
to the team.
So I just want to get book smart with what we're trying to do. Just know the ins and outs so I can eliminate as many mistakes off the court before I get onto the court. Just want to find my role. I don't want to do too much and I don't want to do too little. I know that it's unrealistic for a freshman to come in here and be that guy, but I'm definitely going to compete with y'all this year.
So listen, bro, it's been done before.
Yeah.
Like RJ came in, started as a freshman, similar position to your end. Like,
I mean, Madai, we had a kid who was 6 foot, white, and he came off the bench, like 6 man, right off the bench, like a spark. He probably averaged like 10,
bro,
10
like
and 5 his first year.
It is uncommon for a freshman to play a significant role, but uncommon isn't impossible. Uncommon isn't impossible, and there are especially if you're going about it like how you're saying you are, which is definitely the right way. Like come in, learn as much as you can, soak up as much as because listen, like chances are the offense that you're learning now is going to be the offense that you're going to be running as a senior, or at least
a version
of it or the foundation. So it's gonna just to your benefit, And yeah, I think just coming in with that growth mindset of being a sponge and observing and learning as much as possible and just trying to find a role where you can excel in, where you feel good in, coach feels you're good in, and you can kind of build confidence, expand out of that. Like that's the right way to go. And listen, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if you played a big role for us. Like I love having you on my team and pick up. We've been hooping. We've been hooping when bro, there was one pickup. It was one you were watching. I missed every shot other than the ones that he kicked out to me.
Yeah, we were going crazy that day.
We that was when we won 7 in a row. I probably was like 5 for like 12 or 13, and all 5 were kickouts from Jaedon, and all 7 misses were, or 8
from
misses
Adam.
Were
Adam.
But
you mentioned your role. What kind of role could you see yourself being in right now?
Definitely in a forward role. Having to get the ball, read the court, make the passes, get the boards, be a hustle guy. Just real scrappy on defense, get my hands into through lanes and stuff. Just making stuff happen, to be honest. I also want to be versatile as the season goes on. I want to develop my three-point shot and maybe be able to play from the perimeter, be able to run myself off of screens and get downhill as well. Because I'm a downhill player. I like getting up to the rim. So definitely just getting them boards and just helping my team win it any way I can. For sure.
I will say, out of the freshmen I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years, however long it's been, you're definitely one of the more prepared because like you're just the athleticism just helps so much.
Yeah.
Like you can sit, you can play defense, and also you're not like trying to go too far outside of your range of competence. Like you're not trying to hit step back threes. Like you just stick to what you do, which is good. That's what freshmen need to do because if you can carve a role for yourself, like I've seen people play 15 minutes a game and all they can do is hit good pump fakes. Like you can really carve out a role from just one good move if it works.
You have any questions? Because obviously, Chris, I don't know if you know this, but Chris played a year of college basketball as well. Obviously, I'm now a senior. Technically, I'm his senior. Like I was
Literally.
We were partnered up at a little mentorship thing over the summer, so we had some conversations and asked me some questions, and hopefully I was able to give some good answers. But now that you kind of have seen things a little bit more in motion, to people who play college basketball, obviously you're coming into this for the first time. We got our first practice on Monday, which is super exciting. You got any questions about what to expect or anything like that, or anything that's burning questions that you're wondering?
Nah, I mean, I'm just kind of curious to see how it's going to go. I feel like most of the best way for you to learn is to actively practice it. Like, as the season goes on, I know things are going to get tough. And, you know, how'd you do with that? Like, your time management, I know class is going to get more rigorous. Like, I know it just started, so it's going to be what it is. But I know it's definitely going to get harder. So how do you balance out basketball and then just your normal, you know?
Yeah,
you showed me the calendar.
Yeah, I gave you an hour spiel about time management and calendar and everything.
Yeah, I'm the last person. I'm the last person you should talk about time management.
But so I'm not gonna give you that spiel again. But the calendar is a big thing. I think honestly the biggest thing about balancing the ups and downs and everything like that is just have a hobby outside of basketball.
Okay.
Like for me, it's like video games. Like I'm a big open world video game nerd. So like if I look forward to having some downtime, going over, hop on my Switch and play whatever game, or hop on my PS4, PS5, which I had now, PS5, which I gotta fucking figure out because it's just not working. But still, it's been like 3 years of this. But just like having some sort of outlet like outside of basketball, because like I was telling you and the other freshmen we were talking, like shit gets dark. Like there are times where it's winter, gets cold at 4 p.m. You have shit like you're gonna have bad practices, you're gonna have bad games. Like it's just how it goes. Like Coach said, the first thing. The only thing he can promise you throughout this entire season is that there will be adversity. Yeah, I think that's true. Like that's the only thing that's guaranteed, right? And so when you have those bad days where shit just feels like you just can't do anything right. You know those ones?
Yep.
When you have something that you can just like kind of fall back on, that's just separate from basketball, separate from school, separate from even like social interaction. You just kind of just get in and just helps you just bounce back way faster. So if that's video games, maybe you got to go in. There's a piano in O'Leary. Yeah. And maybe if you want to go, you just get out your feet and just play some piano and just get a little outlet that way. Or even maybe it's like getting in the weight room by yourself and getting a little workout. Like that was always Chris's thing. Like just having an outlet to get away from all of the constant revolvingness of all of the responsibilities that you have, I think is really big. And that's honestly the best way to balance it, because the last thing you want is to compound mistakes. And so you have one bad practice, that's cool. Yeah. Even have a bad week of practice, like shit happens, right? But if you compound a bad day into a bad week into a bad month, that can compound a bad month to a bad season. And that's not what you want to do. So you want to be able to have these things that you can take some space and then bounce back and keep pushing and keep stacking days.
Bring it back all in.
Days, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the biggest thing, I think. I think that's honestly something that we preach on the podcast a lot too. Is just like obviously keep the main thing. Yeah. So you're here to hoop, here to get your degree, right? But if you have, it doesn't have to be a high commitment thing, but just something small outside of basketball that you can just rely on to get you out of those dark times is really helpful. And I feel like I didn't have that for a while. Like my freshman year, I didn't really have that at all. And then I feel like I started hopping on the game more like my sophomore year and junior year, and I felt like it was just a lot easier to bounce back and just keep the ball rolling and keep stacking days when you have those kind of things. You got anything for that?
I was like trying to picture myself.
I mean, you were in a room with me, crashing out after I come into a game and go like over 3.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what happened freshman year and put myself in like his shoes and like think about what, because I'm gonna keep going back to the Coach Hack thing. We played for a tyrant, like a crazy coach. He wanted to win more than like anything. He would punch lockers, like crazy stuff. He was intense. It was very intense. And like the playbook was, we were too dumb to run a free flowing offense. So he would just run 30 set plays. And so we'd show up to practice and it was like first set, second set, third set. And so it was just like heavy. It was probably like the hardest way to enter college basketball. And so like, that's why I quit. Part of the reason at least. And so, like, seeing that version of basketball made me not want to play anymore. Yeah. But I think I actually could have stuck it through if I had that thing in combination with if I had, like, an end goal in mind. Because, like, there's a version of yourself that you're building. And so, like, for me, it would be, like, writing that out and, like, just fully diving into, like, what you want to see in the next 4 years out of yourself. Because, like, you can build this very, very solid foundation this year. And then, dude, the people who really succeed in college basketball from the freshman year, they just, like he said, they're just sponges. Like, if you just listen to coach and you just learn the offense and you just figure out what this thing is and then figure out how you can fit yourself into it, you'll excel past everyone else. Right. And if you just dive into it. Yeah. And the weight room, actually, I should say that, too. I'm sort of biased, but, like...
That's the biggest thing for me, man. And that led me into my next question, like, were y'all getting proper gains y'all's freshman year?
Honestly, yeah. Like, I feel like I put on probably like 10, 15 pounds in between my freshman year. And that was from dining hall? Like,
being consistent, making it over there? Or did you have a car your freshman year?
So I wasn't here freshman year. Okay. We were at a different school in Buffalo. Yeah. And then we ended up here.
That dining
hall was poverty.
So let's talk about sophomore then.
Okay, so sophomore year, yeah, I think you have a green box, takeout box.
Not yet. They're 11, right? Like 11 or something.
Dollars?
Yeah.
No, it's free.
I think it's free.
It's free.
If you live on campus, it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Just go ask for one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you got to ask Ryan Failing. You can get one of those right there.
Yeah. And just go and every time it's a meal you fuck with, fill it up, put it in the fridge. Gives you an extra meal. I'm trying to think. Like, I think I made the biggest jump in my weight was from freshman year to sophomore year. It was at home. Okay. Like over the summer, I probably gained like 15 pounds. Of most of it was muscle. Got a lot stronger. But I think just being able to keep that weight and keep progressing is, I think you got to get a green box. Yeah. Green box is the wave.
I'm mildly biased because I literally stopped playing basketball to solely pursue weights. And I probably gained like 20 pounds of lean mass in the last 2 years. But I gained like 10 of it at Madai, like during the season. And like after the season, I just kind of dove into it. But I don't know how to phrase this. Because, like, I would say that the biggest thing for you gaining muscle is going to happen after the season. Like, you getting in the gym by yourself off season, regardless of what plan they have for you. Like, if you invest your time into that and actually understanding how to build muscle, that will lead you down a better path.
Okay.
Like, I was saying before, like, the stuff you do outside of the court, you're going to go to practice. Every freshman's going to go to practice. Yes. But then showing up afterwards and being like, yo, I want to learn this play. And then, like, in the off season, being like, yo, I want to figure out what builds muscle. And, like, you come ask me. Like, I could lead you through the thing. Like, there's resources around you to get the answers that you want.
And we're going to have, like, Dylan and Sophie, our strength and conditioning coaches, are gonna do a good job for these guys, like really helping them put on weight, same way as like Coach Joe helped us this past summer, and a lot of guys like found a lot of success in getting heavier, putting on some weight. I think honestly, and you'll be able to build off of this because you're way more knowledgeable than me. But a big thing is just understanding like actually like what is in the food you eat and how that contributes to your goals, right? So. And it doesn't even necessarily like Chris tracks every single macronutrient, micronutrient, phycronutrient, whatever the hell is in damn freaking fibers in every food.
Yeah.
And he has for the last years. But you don't have to take it that seriously, but just looking at it, maybe looking at the package or looking at it on the menu of how many calories it is and understanding what that's going to do for your goals or how much protein's in something, because that's humongous for muscle building, right? It's how much protein you have. Yeah. Being able to just ballpark, okay, I ate 5 chicken breasts and 3 burger patties today. I had a Subway from Subway, or a sub from Subway, and I had a bowl of cereal. Yeah. Like, and kind of being able, okay, that's probably around this many calories, probably around this much protein, and I probably want to eat another protein bar. Or just kind of having a rough gauge of stuff would be probably like the difference between actually gaining muscle and knowing what you're putting into your body and not, and being kind of in the dark and your progress being out of your control.
I'll keep this pretty basic, but that's the app I use. So basically, the top number, the blue one, that's total calories.
Macro Factor, please sponsor us.
Orange is protein, yellow is fat, green is carbs. And so if you dive into it, you'll very quickly get overwhelmed because like the space is super complicated. But if you keep it like super simple, there's 3 things that will contribute to you gaining the most amount of muscle possible. It's how hard you push yourself in the gym. how much protein you're getting on a daily basis combined with calories, and then how much you sleep. That is super basic. That's the three things. If you sleep well, eat well, and train hard, you'll gain muscle.
All right.
Unless you are one in every 50 people have like a super disproportionate difficulty with gaining muscle because their bodies are just not responsive to lifting
I don't
weights.
think it's that high, 1 in 50. I think
No, it
it's
is.
less.
1 in 50, if they did a study, there's the University of, maybe Maryland, they did a study where they took people and they trained average age males and they took the samples and saw how much muscle the group gained. 1 in 50 people, after 16 weeks of weight training, gained zero muscle. So there's someone out there, 1 in 50, who gained no muscle whatsoever from weight training.
Wow.
Doesn't mean it's not beneficial for them. There's still benefits to lifting if you don't gain muscle, but like he's probably the likelihood that he's one of those.
Why
people
would
is
you
very
even say
low.
that, bro?
Why would
that
I
was
say
stupid.
that? Why? What do you mean? That 1 in 50 people have no response to weightlifting?
Yeah. Bro, I don't, there's no way, bro.
1 in 50
I
is
don't really see this.
I mean,
That's
there's
2%
you got the high
people.
metabolism. Like, there's factors.
they just don't
You're going to
respond.
discourage this guy from gaining muscle.
No,
Nah.
the
We need to get
likelihood,
this guy to get up to 200
the
pounds.
likelihood that you are one of those people is less than 2%, and
Right.
also the fact that you're a college athlete makes it exponentially lower.
Yeah.
Like I said, three things: if you sleep well, eat well, and train hard, you will gain.
And I
muscle.
know I can put on muscle because I weighed 190 during senior year of football. I literally lose so much weight from sweating. I don't know what it is.
You know, so something that I do is actually pro tip.
Yeah.
Pro tip. Something that I think was one of the reasons why I was able to make a big jump from sophomore year to junior year last year and actually able to like contribute and play it. Especially was practice. Like obviously you're practicing every day, sweating, going hard. I feel like I was dehydrated a lot, and so like obviously you do your skill stuff, you do your team stuff, you do all your team drills, and then you like usually do some live stuff at the end of practice. That's kind of how it is. Kind of how coaches explained it to you guys when we were talking in that meeting. And that's kind of how it always is everywhere, especially in high school. You probably like play live the last 30 minutes, last 45 minutes, whatever it is, depending on kind of where you are in the season. But that's where people jump people. That's where you stand out. That's what you show what you're good at, is those live situations, right?
Yeah.
And because at the end of practice, I feel like that's obviously when everyone's most tired. We've been doing a bunch of other stuff, and I felt like I was very dehydrated.
Yeah.
And I would often feel like everything would kind of go a bit of a shade darker, and I would just be a little bit slower. My response time and reaction time would be a little bit slower. It wouldn't be as quick, and I started drinking electrolytes.
Who put you onto that?
I don't know. I think I figured it out myself. It was Chris. And I feel like I was able to sustain a level of energy and focus and attention span throughout the whole duration of the practice because I was drinking electrolytes in my, I don't even know the science behind it, but I just felt much better. And I felt that could be like something to combat that. I don't even know. I kind of got lost on a tangent, but
Left the river, never found his way back.
yeah, the river is still flowing, different direction. No, what he said. What you said.
That he sweats a lot.
Yeah, so that could be like help you retain more fucking fluid, help you replenish those fluids faster in order to maybe not make you lose as much, just sweat all the fucking muscle off, but B, sweat all the muscle off.
That's not a thing.
But you know what I mean. But B, that just brought me to another like pro gamer tip.
The last pro gamer tip wasn't very good, so I hope this one's good.
But looking back, I don't think we had one team lift my senior basketball season.
Really?
The whole time?
No, it was just me and my homie from football. His name's Tyler Brown. We would go into the gym, just me and him, cut the music on, and we would do like an arm day or a leg day. So that's what I was doing my basketball season, trying to keep weight on. But I was running way more than I was lifting, eating. And another thing, like you said, sleeping. I stay up real late.
Yeah, I was about to say, you strike me as the guy who stays up mad late.
Yeah, I'm a night owl for sure. So
You can be a night owl and still get really good sleep because I do that all the time. Like for some reason, I just get like a burst of energy at 12 o'clock.
Right.
So like, but you stay up till 2 a.m. That means you have to sleep until like 10, which is hard because you have 8 a.m. classes. Like, it doesn't
got
work.
that 9:25.
Doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, the first thing you would do is if you're trying to figure out how to gain weight is you need to figure out how many calories you're burning on a daily basis because you can't gain weight if you don't eat more than you burn. This is basic math. So like the first thing you would do is you would go and once you start tracking, like he said, everything you're eating, well, even if it's a rough estimate, because it's not that, like if you're 200 calories off, like it's fine. And once you figure out how many you're eating, then you have to figure out how many you're burning. So it's like you have to weigh yourself. And if your weight is staying relatively stable and you're eating the same amount of calories every day, so let's say 4,000 as a random number. You're eating 4,000, you're staying the same weight, that means you're burning 4,000 a day. And so then you need to eat 500 more, let's say, and you'll gain. So 1 pound of fat or 1 pound of anything is 3,500 calories. So it means if you had a 500
1
calorie
pound
syrup,
of anything?
1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories, and 1 pound of muscle might be the same. But
Well,
yeah,
1 pound of like Lego bricks.
no, 1 pound of tissue,
Okay.
3,500 calories. So if you took a 500 calorie surplus, you eat 4,500, burn 4,000 every single day. At the end of the week, you're going to be up a pound of fat and or muscle.
Yeah.
So-
Because of that extra 500.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would
Okay.
I would say probably that's not what you should focus on until the off season.
Off season.
Off-season.
Yeah.
But I would say because we're going full throttle, like we're gonna be going 2 hours a day. We'll be lifting still.
Yeah.
We'll probably be getting in extra work whenever you can. Like
It's going to be relatively difficult.
just eat a fuck ton because you're not
Literally.
gonna be eating enough to like get fat.
True.
But you'll probably be if you just try and go out of your way to eat like more, get a takeout box, maybe eat
Yeah.
a fourth meal a day or whatever is in your schedule. Maybe another protein bar. Like that'll go a long way in terms of keeping on the muscle that you put on this past summer and this preseason on, as well as just fueling your body to continue to handle the load and demand.
I was going to pause, and I was going to say that for the most part, like during the season, you're just maintaining what you built in the off season. So like during the season, all of your excess calories are probably going to come from carbs because you're going to be burning a shit ton of energy. So like just eating more, like that's you as an athlete, you can get away with eating bullshit. Like, you can eat cookies, cakes, whatever.
That was going to be
Because
my
it's
next question.
Because like let's say we can't get away with eating all. I mean, look at Joe Veal, but like
That's 1 in 50.
yeah,
That's 1 in a million.
That is 1 in 50. We had this teammate at Madai who literally lived on 7-liter pop bottles and
Wow.
chicken
Honey
and fries,
buns.
and he could like reverse windmill like he was ridiculous. But that's
Sounds
like
familiar.
very few.
Sounds like you.
Yeah.
I
Chicken
think-
strips, all that.
That's the thing though. So like if you can get away, especially post practice or post lift, eating a lot of bad food because it's just going to go straight back into your muscles
Yeah.
because your muscles are exhausted. You've pulled all of the carbs out of your muscles, all the sugars. So if you eat something really sugary after I work out, that's the first place I go. I get a decent amount of protein.
Goes
and
to that
straight the
market.
crib.
Bro, that market.
Get some nerd gummy clusters.
Peanut M&Ms,
He's the reason
all
why
that.
you can't go in past 9 p.m.
Bro, I got an email about that.
What, you stole them?
No, that I went in too late or something like that.
So it isn't
From like
locked.
Southall. Southall sent me an email. He was like, something about the updated hours. I was
I'll
like,
have to
what are
look at
you
it.
talking
Let me
about?
see.
Got you.
Live on the podcast. Shout out Rob.
Rob, who? Boom.
Let me read this shit. Did I get this? Jaden, it is being present.
Long pause.
Bro, it says Jaden, it is being brought to my attention the change in hours that the market is open. That's it.
Good
And
talk,
then it
Southall.
says, we are working with Dr. Costin to come up with a solution. I'll keep you updated. It's not about you were in there too late. It's just about that it's an issue that people are complaining that the market's not open long
Yeah,
enough.
well, the market's supposed to be 24/7
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
24/7 the last couple
the
of years.
entire time.
Yeah.
But we had an issue freshman year that everyone stole stuff.
And sophomore year and junior year.
Yeah. So they've cut the hours probably for that reason.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so like I said, I would say I don't know what your diet looks like right now.
Right.
But
Shout out ham sandwich. Just throw it out.
I would say right now, if you're currently at like 50-50 for like crap food to like decent food,
Decent, yeah.
you could go 70-30 and get like pretty much maximum results. Like if
Okay.
you were eating chicken breasts and or burger patties and like with some broccoli and some stuff
Yeah.
as like 3 or 4 meals, but then right after practice, like you wanted to house 4 cookies, is like that's fine.
Yeah.
So
You been to Crumble? Do they have Crumble in Texas?
Yeah, they did. I went about 2 or 3 times.
In Crumble?
it's low-key overrated.
Yeah.
They got one. They got one here, like really close by, and it's fire.
It's just like,
It's fire.
it has to be a good week for me to go.
Low key. I've only had one good cookie from there.
How many cookies have you had?
12.
Really? Dude, you're a fiend for Crumble. What do you mean you only had one good cookie from
I
me?
had the oatmeal whatever one.
From me that I gave you?
No, it was from Ben, I think.
I fuck with Crumble. DJ came back with Crumble one time, actually. I was like, damn.
Bro, it's good, but yeah, it's overrated.
What's your go-to, like, unhealthy food?
Probably like some type of chicken, some form of chicken and French fries. Like I literally
Dave's hot chicken?
Dave's
that's
hot
unhealthy?
chicken, golden
That's
chick,
definitely not the best. Like,
B-dubs, 30 count boneless. Like
I don't think that's that unhealthy.
dude, that's
I like
the amount of
spicy chips, Takis.
B-dubs, 30 rack of boneless wings. That might be the highest calorie thing you can put in your body. I'm not gonna
No. You know what the highest calorie thing you put in your body
Crumble.
is? No. Is 2 bite brownies?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Guess how many
Oh
calories
my
are in
God.
one 2 bite brownie?
90.
Bro, 90 calories. You would have to eat like 180 to get 10,000 or something like that. Like, can you not eat 182 bite brownies in a 24-hour period?
Yeah.
Bro, that's the highest calorie
No, I think
density
he is Crumble,
ratio.
though. Crumble, that one cookie was like 2,000 calories. which is ridiculous.
Bro, and the cakes from Crumble are even crazier. Like the little tres leches
My
one.
girlfriend actually ordered me a fleet of like 5 crumble cookies one day after I had a good game.
Fleet? Is that what multiple
Wow.
is called?
Yeah,
Like the little thing, right?
like a beer fleet or like a
I didn't even know that.
I don't know what other type of sushi fleet.
coffee fleet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she ordered me. I had a good game, and she was like hype, and she's like, "Congratulations!" and ordered me like a fleet of crumble cookies, and there was like one pie in there. I was like, "Damn, crumble cake." It was probably 8,000 calories in one.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah.
It was fire.
That's the thing too, though. Is
It
like,
was fire. I can't lie.
I like going to places where I finish my meal. I'm not
Yes.
finishing 4 crumble cookies.
Right.
That's
You
not
save them.
happening.
They don't even really like get that stale. I kept them for like 3 days. I finished them over like 3 days, like all 5.
I don't even. I feel attached.
What's
to
your
it.
guilty pleasure? Chris likes
Sushi.
Damn,
It's sushi.
dude, that's
Sushi.
healthy.
No, it's not.
Y'all gotta take me to
It's
a
just
sushi
rice and
spot out
fish.
here.
Low key.
Because I've seen quite a few.
He's been sending them to me on Instagram, and I'm kind of fiending.
Bro, they've been popping up on my Instagram.
Okay,
Dude, if you can put away thousands of calories in one sitting, it's not healthy.
bro, I could put away 1,000 calories of damn stir fry.
That would be hard though.
No, it wouldn't.
Dude, thousands of calories in stir fry.
Bro,
One thing in stir fry is like 300 calories.
Bro, sushi is not unhealthy. It's literally rice and fish. It's actually the cleanest of stuff you can eat.
You want to talk about the mercury poisoning from it?
No, we don't.
Or like the high fat cream cheese, or the ones
Who
that
the hell is eating cream cheese? Like, that's the thing. I refuse. You eat cream cheese in your sushi?
Bro, I eat it all,
Dude, it's
bro.
fire.
That's
It's
nasty.
fire.
Or what's it called? Philadelphia roll?
Yes.
Ew, that's
Dude,
nasty.
Unreal.
I
Unreal.
hate cream cheese.
Look, it's a little bit sacrilegious. Like if you were to go to Japan and ask for some cream cheese in your
They'd probably
sushi, they would
shoot you.
spit in your eyes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. But like here, because it's American, it's been bastardized. I'm going to get cream cheese on my sushi.
like freaking deep fried avocado rolls or like any.
Nah, I'm staying away from the veggie rolls.
I'll try like one crazy. That's my rule. One crazy roll every time I go to sushi, or something I've never tried. So like last time I got octopus skewers.
That was fire.
It was a little bit
Octopus
too
is
chewy.
fire.
A little bit
Yeah.
too chewy for me,
Uh-huh.
but it was pretty good. I
like
wouldn't
What's
get
like-
it again, but it was decent.
But bro, that's not unhealthy. I'm talking like
My
a
guilty
damn
pleasure
cosmic
food?
cake or whatever those
Like a
things.
guilty
Yeah.
pleasure. I don't
Yeah.
think sushi's my guilty pleasure, but you said if I could go somewhere, I would go to sushi.
No, what's your like guilty pleasure?
Keep talking, I'll think.
What's your guilty pleasure? Like sweets. You said Takis. That's like
Yeah, probably some form of candy. Have y'all ever heard of Hello Pandas?
No.
Dude,
a Hello Panda.
once y'all get
Like
off
a
this
Labubu?
podcast,
Like the cousin of Hello Kitty?
search up a Hello Panda. It's like a
Right now.
it's like a cracker, a Nutella filled cracker. That's the best way.
I know
And a-
exa-
and a-
Oh my God, I know what he's
talking about. It's
Dude, I-
is it red and
whole
white
bag.
bag?
Yes,
Yeah,
whole
red and white
bag
bag.
I know what
gone.
they are.
That's not even that unhealthy either.
Yeah, I know that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. I have
I
that.
would
I
mess
know.
up Hello Pan.
Those are. We think that is
Cereal. That's my guilty.
like sugary cereal, like Lucky Charms.
like Cocoa
Cinnamon
Pebbles.
Toast Crunch.
I'll put away 4 bowls of. If I was at home, Vector, I'll put away four bowls in one sitting.
you know what my guilty pleasure is? Whenever we go to Walmart,
Oh my god, it's cake
dude,
pops.
there's these cake pop balls that's like off the stick,
Red velvet.
and it's like chocolate velvet cake pop balls, covered in
White chocolate.
white chocolate or like a cookies and cream bar. So
Yeah.
imagine like a chocolate cake pop ball covered in a cookies and cream bar. You put them in the fridge, and the chocolate gets like crisped up.
Yeah.
and it's still like moist on the inside, dude.
He
That's-
fiends. He fiends for them.
You go through a whole box.
I think about it sometimes.
Yeah.
I probably go like
will
often
say-
to go get them.
When I was like
They're so fire.
heavily dieting, when I'm normal,
You tried it.
and
How
I'm not
fucking good is
dieting.
it?
It was great, but
It's so
when I was
good.
dieting, like I had some really crazy moments where I had to crash out
Oh,
on the diet.
we're gonna bro. Chris
Yeah.
one time when he pre-workout, he took like a wrap,
Why are we doing this?
like a wrap, and he put a banana in it, like a full banana, not cut up.
Yeah.
just straight banana, and just faced it.
Just
Carbs,
Gone.
straight carbs.
Banana wrap.
Hey.
That's it. Wrap and banana.
He doesn't think that's crazy.
no, I mean banana. It's just a banana in a tortilla wrap.
But it was not cut up. It was full.
Would you
just
eat that?
faced
Like,
the
hypothetically,
banana.
you were like there was nothing else to eat. You were about to go to the gym. You wanted to get some quick carbs. Would you wrap a banana in a tortilla blanket?
Nah,
Condom.
I probably would have
He
been like,
condomed up the
I'll eat hella after. Yeah.
Yeah, but like as I was saying with the dieting, I crashed out and had like there was Chips Ahoy soft bites. I don't know if you've had those. They're like squares, and they're like basically it's cookie dough. And I took a whole box and I bought a thing of like a tub of ice cream, and I just started eating it with the Chips Ahoy soft bites. That was me crashing out. But I don't do that unless I'm really heavily dieting.
Bro, you know what's also fire when you're like starving is just a damn microwaved plain bagel.
Oh wow.
But microwave, no.
I like
toasted.
I like
yes.
microwave better because it's like all soft and stuff.
No, I'm not.
Like just bread. Sometimes bread
That's the go-to hangover cure, though.
just like
Yeah.
it's fire.
Dude,
sometimes.
we got
And bread is that's actually like talk about shit that's unhealthy for you. White bread in America.
Wow.
Maybe from Canada, it's a little health standards are a little different. In America, that's a carcinogen.
I have a
Wow.
hate relationship with the word healthy because I just don't. It's empty. It's not meaning anything.
Right.
It means nothing. Like define healthy.
Something that is good for you.
What does it mean to be good for you?
A Brussels sprout.
Benefits your body.
How does me not? So if I eat a cookie before a lift and I PR on bench 225, is that not benefiting me?
I didn't say cookies were not healthy. I said damn white bread is unhealthy.
So if I have white bread,
because that shit is damn chemicals.
So if I have white
That
bread
shit is
before I hit
chemical.
a PR on bench, is that not good for me?
I mean, why does that? Why does hitting a PR on bench mean it's good? I'm talking like your
my
health
body's
of your
my
body.
body's functioning optimally for me to hit a PR on bench. So is that not good for me?
I mean, I think you could have
I would
eaten
say that
something
the
else.
definition
and
of
also
the definition
had
of healthy is
same
under
results.
all circumstances it is detrimental to your health. Like a cigarette is unhealthy by all definitions.
What if you smoke a cigarette and then what if you smoke 50 cigarettes and you hit
And
a
then
PR?
go on a mile
And you
run.
hit a PR.
I would have said that you could have not smoked 50 cigarettes and had a much better.
That is what I just said. I just said, what if you could eat something else and still hit your PR?
I would say that something that's unhealthy is detrimental to your performance in one way or another in all circumstances. That would be unhealthy. And so I think there's not many
So-
things that fit in that category.
That's unhealthy.
Cigarettes, alcohol, meth, like certain things that would.
Dude, you think, bro, what if people their performance is better on alcohol?
who?
I don't know. What if it's like,
There's been like.
well, what performance in what? Like, I'm sure people,
If
like
if
you're
it
better
was-
at talking to women when you are under the influence.
as is everybody.
So
Right.
what does that mean it's unhealthy for you if your performance is better?
Yes, because you wake up the next morning and your heart health has literally been detrimental.
Okay, and if you eat a piece of white bread, you're like, you lose 4 days on your life.
No, you know a hot dog cuts off. Dude, Aiden told me this in the cab. I think it's 12 hours after every hot dog. That's how much life you lose. 12 hours for one hot dog.
Aiden,
I've ate a
done
lot
that.
of hot dogs.
Yeah, you probably lost like
That's not true.
weeks.
Though. That is not true.
No, it's definitely. I don't know how do you even calculate that?
That is not true. That is some BS that he would say. though.
But I want to go back to the travel.
Yeah.
Why do you want to travel?
I just want to see the world. I know there's so much to see. Me being in that little town in Texas for 18 years, and then even just getting out here to Massachusetts, it's opening my brain. That there's a lot more to see than just grass and horses.
Have you been outside
Places.
the country?
No, the farthest I've been is probably Colorado and here.
Colorado's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I may have been to Colorado.
went to
before.
Breckenridge, Colorado. I think I was about 12 or 14.
I presume for basketball.
No, it was just for a family trip.
Oh.
Yeah,
Have you been to California? I don't know. Because you're saying the farthest I've been is in farthest away from Texas. So
Yeah.
California is closer to Texas than here is, I think.
I have no clue.
I think.
Florida, I've been Florida, Massachusetts, Oklahoma, and Colorado. Those are the states I've been to outside of Texas.
If you were to leave the country, where would you go? Where's the first place?
That's a good question.
I want to go to one of them, wherever the blue water's at. The
Banff, Canada.
So show them Banff. Show them Lake Louise. I was here this summer. It was still frozen over, so it
Yeah.
wasn't as much blue as it usually is.
Uh-huh.
But the blue, it was frozen, and it was noticeably
This
different.
is actually ridiculous.
And it was the water was frozen, and it was noticeably that's not what frozen water looks like. You know?
Oh wow, yeah, that's exactly the mountains in the
but
back.
you want to go to
with the blue.
Bali or Thailand or somewhere where
Yeah,
it's
beach.
with the white sand and
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
clear lake with I know exactly. what you're talking about.
Yeah, I want
That's
to travel
what-
too, but it poses the problem that as a senior in college, if you go and travel for 4 years and then try to enter the workforce, what do you do?
have no job.
What do you do?
Actively
Right.
trying to figure that out.
Right. I mean,
Do brand scale Lance of bread scales.
No, what I think is going to happen is I'm going to end up because I found this thing. There's a website where you can go and get housed. You can teach someone's kid English and get
Yeah.
paid and have a house to live in and have food and then also get to live in France. So you can just do that in multiple spots, or you can live on a farm in Guatemala and also end up hiking up a mountain and go do crazy things on the off time. You can find ways around getting to places without having to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what you should do?
Oh, I wanted to do something crazy, but go on.
You can apply for a scholarship and go and study abroad, and that would
Got
at least,
accepted into one.
that would help. At least you would be in a better position to enter the workforce after that than you would be after training horses in Guatemala.
Yeah, but by the way, those scholarships, like the things where they usually have to pay money for those. Like you can't just.
Well, a scholarship is actually
You're saying
literally
from Elms or
from Elms, from somewhere. You can apply to different things. And
I applied to one this summer and I got one for I don't know where it was. It might have been Egypt or Cairo, and I got
That's
accepted. And it was you had to pay $4,000, which I didn't have at the time, but you got to actively get taught video editing. So you would be there. They would teach you how to edit videos. They would house you. They'd give you food. They do all this stuff, and you're also traveling and looking at Cairo and doing all this crazy stuff. Got accepted. Didn't have $4,000 to just like hand them. So.
here's so I'll give you a scenario of something that I know exists, and then you'll let me know if you've heard something like that. So I'm Jewish, and so I've been to Israel.
Yeah.
And there's programs there where you can go, and we're not going to get political on this podcast. And there are programs. All right, we're definitely cutting
that.
But I'd throw it out
or I'll
there.
stab the shit out of you.
I'd throw it out there.
Okay, anyways, you're just making more work for yourself. There's these programs where you can like go and work. So you can work on like a EMS, or work in like a fire.
What is the EMS?
EMS is like first responders.
Oh.
So I've seen a lot of people like go and they'll be like a first responder, or they can do like other jobs.
Yeah.
There's like other things you can do. And it's like they'll pay for your living, they'll pay for your food, and they'll like stipend you, maybe you get a little bit of money, but they're not paying you to work. So you're working for free, but they're putting you up, and that's a kind of a cool experience. I don't remember what it's called, but when I was there, when I played in Israel for a little bit, and when I traveled there was like people that I knew. I don't remember what the program was called, but a lot of people, it was pretty common for them to like go and do this like first responder thing. That was like a pretty common one.
Yeah.
But also like I know some people who are living in so like both graduated, then they're living together in Australia. One's actually working at an accounting firm. The other one is doing just like bartending while he tries to find like a full-time position. But like you could do that too. It's like when you enter the workforce, you can enter the workforce, but just not in Canada or not in America or not in North America. You can go to like freaking UK, and you and Tajay can live together while he plays pro ball, and you
I'm going to politely decline.
and you do whatever you're doing. You do tax fraud or whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to travel for you at this point. Is go and actually work.
In the next 7, 8, 9 months, I'll solve this and then I'll hand you the answers and you can do the same thing when you're a senior. Because there's definitely something. I've seen so many things. Like, in a dream scenario, I would be like a content creator, just film the world.
Well, you can do that too. You can,
But I can't get paid for that right now.
Right.
Well, you would go. What's your major? What business?
Yes.
You can go. Let's just say you work for some like marketing agency in Thailand. You go and you be the English person on staff to help them reach English audience, whatever. And you're going and getting paid, and you're using that money you're making paid to support your lifestyle, food, living, and then you're also living in Thailand. You get weekends off. You go and explore on the weekends, and you film content. You build a following, and then you maybe hopefully eventually can leave the marketing agency and do content full time, and then use that money to travel other places. But I agree with you. A big thing about traveling after you graduate is like, well, you're cooked if you travel for long enough and you have no experience, and no one wants to hire a 26-year-old with no experience other than the fact that they ate sushi in Japan.
No experience and no skills as well.
Yeah.
Big issue.
So if you go to and you travel and maybe you switch maybe you go to Thailand for 2 years and you take that experience, obviously that reflects positive on your resume. It's also unique. Maybe it'll help you get an interview because like they have a story, you have a little uniqueness about you, and you go to Australia. Now you have Thailand experience where you've actually worked, you've built skills, you've made money, you supported yourself. Same thing in Australia. Then you go to the UK. And you go back and forth.
The problem is with what right now?
Like with what, money?
No, with what skills?
Well, you have a degree. So hopefully your degree would lend you an opportunity to get a job. It doesn't have to be in Canada or America. You can go somewhere else and use that and travel. You know what I'm saying?
There's like multiple objections.
You feel me?
There's multiple objections I would have.
So what are they?
One, this is assuming that I can break the Taiwanese or whatever they speak in Thailand, the language barrier there.
Jack can help you.
Who?
Jack?
Jack's from Thailand?
I think. No, he's from Taiwan. So maybe you could go there and he can help you and he can put you on with like some business.
There's that. Two, I have to tie myself to a job that I may or may not hate.
But you can also leave.
You can leave, but then it's like, okay, I'm stuck.
You go to a different
I'm
damn country.
I'm in the same predicament you just said.
Stick it
where
out.
I have no skills, no job, and I have to try and get to this job.
Stick it out for a year so you can put it on your resume and then you just leverage it.
Sure.
You don't think you can stick it out for a year?
I don't know.
Dude, you know Chris spent one summer snapping chicken necks at 6 a.m. in the morning all summer, just going in chickens.
I grew up on a farm. I had the experience of like, I lived on a farm my whole life, so they're like, yo, we'll hire you. And I was making pretty decent money, like $25 an hour, maybe $30 an hour. And it was supposed to be like, I thought it was just gonna be like collecting eggs and like interact, but no, it was like you had to like snap chicken necks in the morning. You walk down the rows, and by the way, it was like the humane way to get rid of them because like this chicken has a limp or he's dying or whatever, and so he's diseased, and so you had to
Just snap the neck.
That was the first thing I did in the morning. Wake up at 6 a.m., walk down the lanes, and just kill it.
Take a chicken's life.
Probably like
Literally.
dozens.
So if you could
There's
do that,
thousands of chickens.
if you could do that, you don't think you could freaking learn a little bit of Taiwanese and
Listen, man, I've had some bad jobs. Some bad jobs.
you could stick it out for a year and get it on your resume.
But yeah, maybe I don't know.
What do you want to do when you graduate? I know this is
Definitely-
super. We usually have this conversation with upperclassmen, and obviously
Yeah.
you actually are probably the farthest person from graduating that I know.
Possibly be known, yeah.
that I know.
By the way, let me give you a
But-
note too, because I hate this question. And I'm a senior, and I still have the
Yeah.
answer. I don't know. So I'll give you the. If you want to say I don't know, then that's totally fine.
I definitely want to be a business owner. I know that
yeah.
I don't want to work for people.
Hell yeah.
What am I making a business out of? I don't know. But I know that I
some
need
time
to
to
find
find
my
out.
interest, my hobbies, and from there I just got to deep dive into something that like I can create, or just something along
Computer
those lines.
parts reselling.
Right. Or I'm big into cologne. I can resell
Really?
cologne. Like
That's dope.
I forget what the word is, but like they take the big bottles, put it into smaller ones, and just ship it out.
Simple.
Yeah. You upcharging people $20 for a little 0.8 milliliter fragrance.
Because they want to test it and see if it smells good before they buy the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I mean, honestly, I think ideal world I'd be a CEO too, but I
Yeah.
just don't know. But that's what it says in my bio.
Like I definitely want to
CEO
be.
of Shipped Across the Border?
No.
What does it say?
Dream job CEO.
Oh.
Like my Elms College.
Oh,
men's
I thought you were
basketball bio.
saying like you're.
You about to take person of that?
a little bit. Nah, you're technically a CEO.
Yeah.
Is it what is this, a partnership?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under legal documents, it would yes be considered a partnership.
But there are times where it's 100% me, other than Chris, like doing everything. Chris, actually no, I take that back.
You
There
said
are times-
100%
No, I
you?
take that back. I take that back. There are times where I'm the only one putting effort into it, other than Chris editing it. There are
Yeah.
times where Chris is putting 100% effort into it, and I'm not doing anything at all, other than
Right.
sitting here.
There's been lifelines
chopping
for both
it up.
of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are times where the effort is, it's not 50-50 always. It's like sometimes Chris always at least has 25% because he does the editing and stuff.
Yeah.
So there are times where it's 100-0, but there are also times where it's 75-25.
Yeah. Honestly, on that topic, but the funny thing about this is that I think this thing actually could have been gigantic.
Yeah.
If we both would have. There's something happened over the weekend, which I mean, I could cut it, maybe not cut it. I don't know.
Yo, okay, I mean,
Cutting it?
over this weekend
Yeah.
about not even D2.
Yeah.
Okay, so so our teammate from our first school transferred when everyone else transferred because the
Yeah.
school shut down pretty much. He went to a different school called Alfred in our conference. They're a very good school, and there was a kid there who started a podcast with another kid at a school called Utica, which is also in our conference. And I
Yeah.
guess they're boys from, I don't really know where, we don't know them too well, but we do know that they do a kind of similar thing to that we do. Well, we know that we started it first, to be fair.
2 years
But
before,
they're
man.
fucking they're killing the game right now, and they
Wow.
just interviewed Duncan Robinson. You know Duncan Robinson?
Who's that?
On the
Duncan
Miami
Robinson?
Heat,
He was on the Miami Heat, like the shooter, NBA player. You don't know Duncan Robinson?
he averaged like 25 minutes a game during the Heat's championship run.
For real? You don't know who Duncan Robinson
He
is?
came
I
out
was
of-
like a little boy back then, right?
Wow,
Like
you're
the-
old as
We are
shit.
old as shit, but he
Basically,
is washed.
went to
low-key.
Williams.
Shout out
He went to
Duncan Robinson.
Williams. He played at a D3 school, which
Yeah.
is like in the NESCAC, the conference down the road. So he
Yeah.
played at a D3 school. Then he went up to where did he
Michigan.
go? Went to Michigan. Then he made his way on to the G League or straight into the league.
To the G League, and then he earned away on the Heat, and now he has worth like millions and millions.
He's
of
like
dollars.
one of-
You don't know who Duncan Robinson is? I guess he low-key like hasn't been
hasn't
a
been
star
good.
since.
But yeah,
He's on Detroit
he's like
now, so
one of
hopefully he
4
picks
people
up-
ever to start at Division III level and end up in the NBA.
Wow.
And they interviewed him.
Show him a picture of Duncan
I'm
Robinson.
actively searching it
No,
up.
Duncan Robinson's actually on the. I know he struggled the last couple of years, but he's on the Pistons now, and they have like a really emerging roster. I feel like they had a really big need for
I don't
him.
know Duncan Robinson. Like this is his face. Duncan Robinson.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they interviewed him.
Yeah, so they've had
Because he went to Williams and somehow they have connection to Williams.
They had like the Division III like national champ runner up on the
Yeah.
podcast. They've had a lot of Division I players, Division I coaches. Like they're killing the game right now.
But they both like have committed
Yeah,
their
they're-
entire lives to just becoming better podcasters.
We don't know that. We don't really know them at all. But
Well,
they've committed a significant more amount of effort over the last 2 years since they started the podcast than we have. 'Cause
Okay.
we both have our obligations. Chris goes home, snaps chicken necks. I do people's insurance and stuff, and we don't have. It's kind of podcast is taking a little bit of
But
back
the
burner.
thing that like gives me solace or like allows me to sleep at night is knowing that I was 2 years ahead of them and like I saw all the avenues. I just didn't pursue them.
Right.
So it was like
You're sick.
What do you mean I'm sick?
Like, why does that help you sleep at night?
Because knowing that you got there first 2 years first and probably could have been like miles ahead of them. Gives me like a
Yeah, but
little
we're
bit of
not.
whatever.
And that's cool with me.
That's cool with me too. I'm chill with where we're at right now. But like the combination of that and the what's that thing your boys are part of in
College Athlete Network?
that thing? I had that idea 2 years ago. Not even kidding. Like we were
Damn, you're nice, bro.
We were in my room. I was journaling and I was like, yo, I'd love to find a way to connect current D3 athletes with younger kids and figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And he's actively pursuing it. So like knowing that like
And he's put in a ton of effort.
whatever
into
that
too.
is, seeing like
it's
other
there.
people materialize, that's it's there. It's just
Yeah.
I haven't pursued it yet. So like
Yeah, I had the idea about an iPhone too, like, probably before it was made, but
Yeah,
when,
but
when I was 3, I was like,
did you have the resources to make it happen?
No, that's fair. I don't know. I think you're weird for that, not gonna lie.
Why?
Why does it matter that we started before them? They're killing the game.
Sure, but we got there first.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like if we put in the same amount of effort as them, we would have been like miles ahead of them. So I'm contrasting the levels of effort and like I'm giving them
I'm not
props.
gonna lie, this is about to be a mad philosophical conversation. I feel like that's mad loser mentality, I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
That's like me saying and you, like me and you. Or you and your boys from home. You and fucking Sam. And Sam's like, you know what? Yeah, Chris played college basketball and I didn't. But, I was just as good as him, if not better in high school. And he just chose to do that and I didn't. So we're right here and here. Like I could have been a better college basketball player than him if
I wouldn't think that's an accurate
wouldn't
statement. Because he could have been. But he didn't have the financials.
But-
His parents didn't support him as much as mine did.
But regardless of anything, regardless of circumstances, you play college basketball and he didn't. Shout out Sam, great guy. And
Sure.
he's not saying that. I mean, at least I don't know. He probably is. But
Maybe.
But like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Kind of. I'm not like necessarily tearing them down by like diminishing what they've done. Like they're better podcasters than us. Like I'm not saying that.
I wasn't gonna go and say all that. I wasn't gonna say all that.
Maybe they're not better podcasters than us, but like they have used their resources around them better than we have.
100%.
And knowing that the success that they're seeing could have been mine had I approached it the way that they've approached it is like a little mental rest.
Okay,
Is that crazy?
No, that I understand.
So what else? What was the thing that you didn't understand?
Saying like, if we put in that much effort, we'd be miles ahead of them.
We would.
Dude, they're killing the game, bro.
They are, but we were 2 years ahead of them. So like
Yeah,
time,
but
combined
we don't
with the
know
fact that
where
I
we
think
would
both
be.
me and you are psychotic when it comes to this.
Yeah,
thing.
but we don't know where we would be because we're not there. We're right here, and I'm cool where we're at.
I don't know where to go from here.
We can leave this. We're gonna leave this in.
Wow, can we even leave that in?
They'll listen back to it. And
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
you got anything else, JB?
I don't. I've been enjoying it.
All right, bro. Before we end off the pod, shout out Danny Harry.
Arthur, you're not going to ask him one piece of advice?
Oh, I'm gonna shout them out first. Then we'll ask them one piece of advice. Shout out
Cool.
Danny Harry. Shout out Jasper Calderon. If you guys want to play me and Chris in twos, drop to Addy or pull up to Elms. We play Burks open 24 hours and we'll bust your ass. And you can get out of the damn comment section and put pedal to metal in real life and maybe fucking get a little physical activity other than them thumbs tweeting up and down.
Don't throw me in there.
Yeah, you don't want to get punched on by a big dog over here.
I don't want to deal with that.
Anyways, what is one piece of advice you'd give to your younger self, even though you're mad young?
All right. Piece of advice to my younger self is, just make sure that you're staying focused. And, I kind of sound like a broken record, but stay self-disciplined. There's going to be a lot of temptation. There's going to be a lot of fun around you. And be a leader, not a follower. You lead by example, and, you find the things that you enjoy doing. Once you find yourself, you will be a magnet to other good, positive things that you want. So be yourself, be self-disciplined, and you'll bring in the things that you want in your life.
So, thank you for coming on, bro. I appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Well, she danced in my